I was so impressed by this figure of Akane Shinjo from Gridman Universe that I would even say this is very close to one of Union Creative's best figures in a recent year or so. Hi and welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. Today with your weekly figure news fix, we are taking a look at anime figures on pre-order between 7th to 12th of October 2024. Alright, for this week, personally for me, there are not much stuff that interests me, but we do have some nice 1x4 skills and Azur Lane stuff once again. And as you can see, I am currently in a hotel room because I am actually on vacation. I'm bringing a friend from Canada around the city. Yeah, so I'm filming this from a hotel in Penang Island, and we shall move on to the genuine skill figures on pre-order over here on Hobby Link Japan, our affiliate partner for licensed anime figures. And as usual, I have selected the skill figures I want to cover. So with the 1x4 skill section, we are starting off with something really nice. A 1x4 skill Razorline start figure from Atelier Ryza by Design Coco for almost 42,000 yen. Now yes, that is a lot of money for a 1x4 skill, but I would take this any day over a freaking bunny girl. You know what I mean over here? Yeah. You see, this is one very specific detail that many figure brands, they leave out whenever they do a Ryza figure in swimsuit. As we all know, Ryza is all about her thighs, and recently in OneFest Shanghai, we had this Chinese brand Solar Rain. They did a scale figure of Razorline Stout in swimsuit. And in that video, I said that, you know, her thighs aren't being squeezed, not very attractive. And hey, what did Design Coco do here? Yeah, they added a leather strap on her thigh just to squeeze it a bit. Okay, you win. Design Coco, I'll let you take the win. I recommend this one. Yeah, 40,000+ yen, but it is worth it. Okay, moving on to the next one. As predicted last week, Erina Nakiri Bikini Bunny version is now on pre-order at 1x4 scale from Shokugeki no Soma, an anime which really sucked. I mean the anime adaptation, but I still enjoyed it personally. As for Nakiri Erina figures, this is massively inferior to the one that went on pre-order last week, which was a re-release. The reason is very simple. That Erina, I think it portrays her character better. That Erina, yeah, she has a blush on her face because she is a hardcore tsundere, and that is very in character. As for this one, no, she is like, she is not looking embarrassed, or she's not feeling embarrassed about the outfit she is wearing over here. So I know, if you pre-ordered the other girl last week, what was her name again? Yeah, the red hair girl. Then you will need this Erina because they are one pair, they go together. So that is the tricky part. Personally, I would stick with the older version, if possible. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next one. From the same series, we have Ikumi Mito, normal bunny version. Okay, so I have heard polarized opinions or mixed opinions on this figure. Some of you prefer her to wear full stockings, and I mean, yeah, all the way up to her hips, her thighs, or her butt, you know. This is more of a thigh level stocking, or if she's wearing a skirt, right, then that would be my favorite thing ever in anime figures and girls, Zeta Ryoiki. But you know what? I think this thigh level stocking works really well for Ikumi Mito. For some reason, it feels like this outfit design, or rather the design, right? It is suitable for Ikumi Mito, where she is kind of, you know, tomboyish, and she is no stranger to dressing up very provocatively. So it feels like this is suitable for her. Yeah, including the blue color, perfect choice on FuRyu's behalf because she has blonde hair, yellow and blue color contrast, amazing combination. Okay, 33,000 yen, it's great. Yeah, it is a great price for bunny figure. Moving on to the next one. This is a quick one. I have covered this pair of figures before over in at OzGK like a month ago. This went on pre-order long ago, but now HLJ is taking a pre-order for this Asuka figure at 1/4 scale by Unique Art Studio, 108,000 yen. Well, because it is a licensed product, so the Japanese figure stores, they feel safe enough to take pre-orders for it. They don't want to get into issues involving litigation, which is why many Japanese websites, the big ones, Ami included, they don't deal with unlicensed stuff. And of course, there is also Ayanami Rei. This one is very memorable. She is leaning against this big machinery thing, which I have no idea what it is. Yeah, available at HLJ as well. Okay, moving on to the next one. We are now entering 1/6 scale territory. Sister Elf by Sora Iro, 72 special version, basically comes with a wall scroll of the very same character by Pink Mango, Chinese brand by the way, for 23,000 yen. And if you're not interested in the merch, the figure only is 21,000 yen. Another non-figure, right? Another non-figure wearing very little clothes otherwise. This is bikini. Though the design, very fashionable. I mean, it is bikini, but the design is kind of unique in a way. No, sometimes it feels like these anime artists, edgy artists, they have better fashion sense than all of the nonsense we see at the Paris fashion show, for example. Yeah. So, are you an elf lover? Then maybe yes, pick one up if you like the character design. Okay, moving on to the next one. Overpriced figure of the week from no other than Prime 1 Studio, of course. So 1/7 scale, Fuzi Choco's original illustration Scarlet Umbrella and Peony. This is figure only with that nice looking hexagonal base. And just because she comes with an umbrella, she is 36,000 yen. If you want an even better base, which is this thing over here, a nice diorama base, pay up 44,000 yen. I can see why this version is better, but once again, 44,000 yen. Can I justify it? Not really. Even though this is a very detailed figure, I get it. I mean, probably some people can justify the price and you think you can, I won't blame you. I mean, it is not a character that I like in terms of the design, but if you look closely, lots of details going on, man. And man, I'm relying on mobile data over here. My pictures are not necessarily loading. It's too slow. Anyways, just look at this one single picture. So much stuff going on her outfit, right? So, as usual, my opinion on Prismarine figures, they are overpriced slightly by 5,000 to 8,000 yen on average. Sometimes even by 10,000 yen. Okay, this one I can agree that she can go for 35,000 yen maybe. 35, 36k maximum. 44 is a bit too much. Moving on to the next one. Love Life Nijigasaki High School Idol Club winner Tenoji. Oh, this is, how do I put it? Interesting character design. She is wearing this thing. Of course, I did not watch this Love Life Nijigasaki thing, the anime adaptation. But if I were a fan of Love Life, I would pick this one up solely for whatever she is wearing in front of her face. This is unique. It is not something you see very often. And PM Office A or Plum, once again, they are picking the lolly characters in a way. They love their lollies. This is no lolly, but more like semi-lolly in a way, because her chest, there's nothing on her chest. And she is more of the cute kind rather than the mature kind of character. So, it is right up their alley, this company, PM Office A. Not a bad buy at 21,000 yen. Up next, we have 3 Azur Lane figures, including this one which I left out last week by accident because there were too many figures last week. I tried my best, but I still left out something by accident. So a quick mention over here, Apex Toys Kiyosach at 1/7 scale. 20,000 yen, absolute buy. I mean, it is a good buy for any of you who like the character. For me, once again, we have anime physics going on where we have a very reliable pair of clothes, or rather cups, holding up all those weight on her chest. Other than that, Yeah, I mean pole dancing figures in general, I love them. Just that personally, I would prefer the steel rod to be a lot longer, simply because I'm looking at this from the perspective of a photographer. If I were to do a diorama photography of this figure, then yeah, the rod is a tad bit too short. Okay, moving on to the next Azur Lane figure. This is a really good one, except the problem is that it is by FuRyu, where their figures sometimes will turn out a bit less detailed than what was being promised in their product pictures. But still, I think for this Shimakaze over here, maybe it is worth taking the risk because she looks really good, man. This is one of a few FuRyu figures that actually had my attention. 25,000 yen is fair. It is fair. When you factor in that KFC chicken over there and the base. So a lot of FuRyu figures they bargain bin. And despite knowing that, will you pre-order it? Let me know down in the comments below. Okay, moving on to the next one over here. The third one, Le Malin. Le Malin Mercedes or Mercredi. Alright. Secret base version. No, this is not secret base. This is basically just a beach. She's on the beach, right? Okay, by any game, 18,000 yen as usual. Any game figures are great value. 1/6 scale, 18k, and you're getting everything in this picture. Yeah, why not? Why not? The only problem is that this figure is coming out in year 2016 when we still have 2 months to go in year 2024. Yeah, we need to budget for year 2026 now. Okay, moving on to the next figure. We have the Idolmaster Cinderella Girls Akira Sunazuka layered but my 8G version. So she's 8G. By Alter, 23,000 yen, October release next year. Okay, so back in OneFest coverage, no, Mega Hobby Expo coverage, I said that, the holding is black color and not very appealing because of that. It is an outer figure. And look at this close-up picture over here. I mean, the closer I look, oh, there is a lot of stuff going on this figure, man. It is turning out way better than what I saw in those low-quality images at Mega Hobby Expo and also OneFest. So yeah, this is a nice buy for Idolmaster fans. 23,000 yen only. Next figure right here, we have a Hatsune Miku Mid-Autumn Festival version by FuRyu, 25,000 yen once again, October release next year. Mid-Autumn Festival is in September, not October. So this is already late for the celebration. Anyways, another Miku figure. Is this any good? Well, she looks fine the way she is. But very far from my favorite Miku figure. Is she holding a mooncake? It wouldn't be Mid-Autumn Festival without a mooncake. What is it that she's holding in her right hand? Looks like a flower to me of some kind. Lily flower? No idea. But yeah, Mid-Autumn Festival is lanterns and mooncake. At least that's the case to me. She looks fine, but yeah, there's a lot of better Miku figures out there unless you are like one of my good friends where he buys literally every single Miku figure that has been made. That guy's crazy, right? Okay, moving on to the next one, we have two Union Creative figures. The first one, I was so impressed by this figure of Akane Shinjo from Gridman Universe that I would even say this is very close to one of Union Creative's best figures in a recent year or so. Yeah, and by that I mean the ones that they have placed on pre-order and due for release next year. One of the best this year. Yeah, Good Smile has a pop-up L version of the very same character in the same outfit. Cheap, 8,000 yen. But if you want something better, you can have this version over here at 1/6 scale for only 21,000 yen. And truth to be told, even though this is a Union Creative figure, not exactly the best figure brand out there, I would give her a chance because this is only 21,000 yen at this big scale. And not to mention, she comes with two faceplates. So that makes her even better. Alright, yeah, there we go. So I would even go as far to say this is one of the best Akane Shinjo figures out there. The only problem is that this limited edition part, yeah, this faceplate over here, not included, not in HLJ. Maybe you have get it Union Creative Online Store. Is there such a thing as Union Creative Online Store? I hope that there is. Parts not included, what a shame, right? But overall, if you can get your hands on the limited edition, yes, grab one. This is worth it. The second Union Creative figure over here, this is, I don't know whether to say I'm surprised or not, but you know, Union Creative is literally the only anime figure brand that makes figures of To Love Ru characters that are not important to the plot, like side characters, insert characters that appear once every 2 or 3 episodes for 3 or 5 minutes of screen time. Yeah, not very important. They are the only ones who make figures of these characters. And for this nurse teacher over here, Ryoko Mikado, to see her get a scale figure, I wanted to say that I was surprised, but at the same time, this is Union Creative we're talking about. Maybe I should have seen this one coming. And at 19,800 yen, no scale mentioned, but they are close to 1/6 scale. For hardcore To Love Ru fans, which I am one of them, but maybe I don't deserve the title hardcore because I don't own enough To Love Ru figures. For hardcore collectors of To Love Ru, this is a must-have because this is the only scale figure of her in existence. And once she is released, yeah, the value might go up. Though there is always the possibility of getting a re-release because Union Creative actually does that. Anyways, this is a good figure to have for To Love Ru collectors. Moving up, next, we have another idol in the way of VTuber, okay, V-Singer, Luo Tianyi Summer Sea Breeze version, basically just a fancy name for bikini or swimsuit version. This is a swimsuit by Black Way, which I am going to assume it is a Chinese brand because this is only 12,400 yen. Japanese brands won't give you this kind of price for a 1/7 scale figure. November release next year. And Black Ray, I'm saying this name for the first time, new brand again. And most likely it is an offshoot, a branch of an existing Chinese brand. I need to do my homework. Yeah, but we'll see. So, Luo Tianyi, there are already a number of her scale figures out there. I think every single one of them are by Chinese brands. This one, swimsuit version, I think this will only appeal to fans of this character. To me, Okay, moving up next, what do we have? 1/6 scale Mahiro Oyama t-shirt version from Onimai by Kotobukiya. Wow, 21,000 yen. 1/6 scale. Okay, fair enough. 1/6 scale, and she is cast off above. Okay, so you can remove her shirt, and she is wearing swimsuit underneath. So I would say it is a good buy. So do we have any ugly seam lines? Let me have a closer look. For sure. Okay, there we go. To be expected, there will be a seam line like 2 halves, the front and the rear of the shirt. And in order for the shirt to be cast off above, they need to make it in rubbery PVC material, a higher percentage PVC material for the clothes, for her shirt at least. So yeah, watch out for a figure like this. The likelihood, the risk of that specific part, cast off above part becoming sticky, oily, after a few years, the risk is way higher. So with these rubbery flexible parts, pay attention to them. Check figures like this. Yeah, if you display it on the shelf, check them more frequently, maybe every 3 months instead of every 6 months, every year. Check it every 3 months. Especially if you live in a hot and humid climate. I'm not sure if this seam line, where is it? I'm not sure if this seam line is the part where you split her shirt apart. But look at that armpit over there underneath the shirt. You can see the swimsuit, right? So yeah, definitely the shirt is customable. It is not like you're getting an entire second figure over here. Not at 21,000 yen. Okay, we'll just move on to the next figure. Okay, the next one here, re-released by Kotobukiya, Wolf Bishoujo from Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, I remember this one very well. This is a very old figure. Probably 12,000 yen back then. Now 16k, still relatively affordable when you factor in the depreciated yen. She's hot. Yeah, pick one up if you like the character design. You don't have to play the game. Okay, moving on to the next one. Yep, we are now in budget figure territory. And you know what? This one right here, this is my favorite anime figure of this week. And it is a low budget figure. 1x6 scale professional wrestler KZ by Animaster, 8,400 yen only. I'm going to repeat the same sentence I said last week. If you did not pre-order this one, I'm going to check your brain under a microscope. Yeah, she is that good. I just couldn't find any fault with this figure, at least based on these product pictures over here, other than maybe, you know, sell us that ring she is standing in separately as a optional part. Yeah, I would take it. I would take it for 16,000 yen together with the figure if they include that, whatever that is shown over here as the base for this figure. Yeah, you're not getting that, but I would love to have it. So this is a must-have. Right, Animaster is doing God's work nowadays with low-budget figures. And the second low-budget figure, which is something I know a lot of you are going to hit the pre-order button as well. Cyberpunk Edge Runners Lucy for 7,000 yen, but this is 1x7, right? Should you get it? Yes. Buy this over the pop-up parade, period. This over the pop-up parades anytime, right? You won't go wrong with this one. Okay, and then the next one over here, of course, Maja Baser from Gushing Over Magical Girls. You know what's the best thing, the best news, I mean, in the past week? Yes, Gushing Over Magical Girls is getting a second season. I wasn't expecting that. Whips versus Social Justice Warriors, we have won 1-0, at least for now. We got our season 2. Should you get this one? If you like small figures, tiny figures, then yes. Otherwise, yeah, Melty Princess by Mega House is tiny, small figures, 8,000 yen before a discount. Next, low budget figure or pop-up rate L. Nice. No, Good Smile Company is actually listening to my recommendations, my suggestions. Not too long ago, and by that I mean at least a year ago, maybe longer than that, Good Smile did have a survey asking everyone what pop-up rate figures did you guys want. And a lot of people were asking for this or that anime and game character. My response was a lot simpler. I asked for more pop-up rate L figures and I'm happy to see them, yeah, responding to it, right? We don't need XL, really. XL 1x4 scale for 20,000 yen, no, that is not that much cheaper from older freeing 1x4 scales or freeing figures that has bargain bin. I would take pop-up rate L because they are close to 1x7 scale and they blend in really well with existing scale figures, right? So this is a L size Lilial or Ririsa Amano from 2.5D Seduction, which once again, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. It is really good, right? Since this is a pop-up rate L, I can wholeheartedly recommend you guys to pick one up. Yeah, this is a good buy. Next, low budget figure, we have pop-up rate Tokiyuki Hojo from the Elusive Samurai, an ongoing anime series which I did not watch, so I know nothing about her. 5,000 yen. Yeah, maybe because she comes with a nice pose and yeah, some additional accessories. Well, I don't know her, so I am not picking up this figure. And the last figure on HLJ for this week, re-release of Rei Ayanami long hair version from Evangelion's 4,000 yen as usual. April release next year by Good Smile. Personally, for characters from Evangelion, I would prefer you save up a little bit more and at least aim for the 10 to 12,000 yen price range. Look for pre-owned stuff in Mercari and Mandarake. Yeah, rather than buying a small pop-up rate. I mean, if this was an Animaster figure, I would say go ahead, right? But this is a pop-up rate. The QC can be hit or miss. So that's one thing to think about. Now we shall move on to Ami Ami section, and there is only one Ami Ami exclusive this week. Thank God, because you know, I don't want to make a long video. I hope that I don't have much to do this week because I am on a vacation and this week somehow I have less stuff to cover. Wow. What What an amazing coincidence. So we have only one Ami exclusive. This one we saw it in OneFest Shanghai just a week ago. Koi Koi Sakura Shyness Bunny Hinata 1x6 at under 8,000 yen by a Chinese brand, Koi Koi. Okay, so this is must have, absolutely. It is a bit of a shame that this is an Ami exclusive, but you know, you can't go wrong with getting this figure anyways. Doesn't matter where you buy it from. So pick one up. For me, I might. Yeah. Black and yellow. This color combination is amazing. I mean, you look at supercars, Lamborghini, or even Mercedes AMG. You have a gray color vehicle, and then the brake calipers and other accent colors are in yellow. They look great, right? So the same logic applies to anime figures actually. There is some color contrast going on over here. Up next, on Ami, we have Mataro original illustration Kuro Neko 1x6 scale by Pink Cat. This is not an exclusive, just that not yet listed on HLJ at the time of recording. 30,000 yen for 1.6. Yeah, Pink Cat, I think they have ties, they have connections with Native and Premium. Yeah, Premium brand, Premium edgy figure. Personally, well, I like Neko girls. This one, not really my cup of tea. I mean, I wouldn't mind having the figure. If this was 20,000 yen, 30k, I would be thinking twice. Yeah, not my kind of character design. Okay, and then the next figure. Binding creators, we have Catalia. Oh, this name. I haven't seen this name Catalia for a long time. I think there was a character in Queen's Blade with the same name, though no, this isn't what she looks like. She's like the big mom, the big MILF of Queen's Blade. And if you are not old enough, you probably have never heard of Queen's Blade. I think it is from the late 2000s, and it was one of the biggest or the most famous edgy anime at that point of time, which was an adaptation of an eroge game, if I'm not mistaken. But the anime was very famous, 3-4 seasons. Yeah, I watched all of it. As for this one, once again, for those of you who love males, not me though. Moving up to the third-party resin figure department, we are taking a look at OSGK, which is our affiliate partner for the third-party section. And as for this week's third-party figures, yeah, we have not many Genshin or Honkai figures, but we have some nice stuff as well. The first one here, of course, we go through the Anya Forger figures, which we have some almost every week. The first one here, we have Anya Forger cost Chihiro Ogino. Sounds familiar. Oh, is it? Ah, okay. Spy, very familiar name. Is it a Gintama character? Chihiro Ogino. Gintama character, right? Anyways, pink hair and brown hair. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think this is a Gintama character. I haven't gone beyond 3 episodes, man. Okay, so $100. Can I recommend it? No, not really. Next Anya figure, this is Pokemon series Anya Forger cost Squirtle. What? You can cosplay as Squirtle? Squirtle does not have any hair on. She needs to shave it bald to be more accurate to the Pokemon. $100. You know these Anya figures that go for $100 each? They should be about $20 cheaper. Yeah. Nope. Moving on to the next Anya figure over here, we have Anya cosplay Butterfree. Is that a Pokemon or something? Butterfree? Okay, $110. We have primary color, the one you're looking on screen, and also different color. Oh, okay. Oh, I think the different color is a little bit nicer. Personal taste though. $110, I mean, it feels like they are like $20 more expensive. This shouldn't be more than $100. Yeah. Okay, moving up next, as usual, we are taking a look at the One Piece stuff first. The first one, we have Boa Hancock from Longhu Studio. 3 versions over here, up to $128. Oh, she is sipping beer, wine. Is that beer or wine? Whatever that is. Okay. Ah, very classy looking figure, but I mean, from these pictures, over here can tell it is a low budget resin figure, right? Detail level is on the low side, but what do you think about her face over here? Maybe because of the viewing angle, it feels a little bit elongated, just a little bit, but must be the viewing angle, because there are not many figure brands out there that mess up the face of Boa Hancock. Yes, it did happen, but not common, right? Okay. Next figure, we have Boa Hancock. This is not Boa Hancock. This is just, I don't even know what to say. This is not Boa Hancock at all, Huanxi Studio, what the heck. 1x4 scale, no price yet, that is not the actual price, but no. We have Boa Hancock 1x4 scale figures out there that cost like $350. So, no, this is not a good buy at all. Next One Piece figure right here, we have Yamato from RZ Studio or RZ Studio, depending which country you are from. The price is not yet confirmed, but estimated to be around 163. I would say plus minus 10%, but that is a good price for a figure like this. But this color combination over here, that metallics, green color clothes over there, and the jeans, I call it jeans, right? Even though it is more of a hot pant. They shouldn't be metallic, I think, especially the hot pants over there. If it was leather-like gloss, that would be a different story. There are better Yamato figures out there. This is not bad. This is not bad at all, but there are better ones out there, and I don't like this color combination of green and blue. Doesn't seem right to me. Moving on to the next figure over here. Okay, Pofang Studio has Jewelry Bonnie being tied up, maybe as a hostage, I'm not too sure. And I am going to assume this is cast offable. Yeah, there is a high edition right there. If you have a hostage as hot as her, you will want to do all kinds of stuff other than just leaving her there untouched, right? Yeah, I have a dirty mind because I am a healthy guy, healthy. So this goes up to $163 for the high version. Hey, this is actually one of the better looking figures of her I've seen. Okay, and the next figure over here from Dragon Ball, we have Android 18. This is not official price yet, but it is just Android 18 in black bikini. Not sure if I can recommend it. Not very special in any way, and of course this won't be $299. This will be more like $159, $179 max. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next one over here. This is interesting, an action figure where no scale is being mentioned, and this is apparently a licensed action figure. Shadow series Yuto Suya, no idea what that character is. Limited edition color, $96. So this is no different from Figma pricing nowadays, right? In fact, this is a little bit more expensive than the Figma. Okay, but the problem here is that I don't know what the scale is. Nothing is mentioned in this product listing. I am hoping this is 1/6 even. Yeah. So this figure comes with lots and lots of stuff. So I'm not too surprised if she goes for $96 and she is smaller than 1/6. Even if this is 1/10, worth it, I suppose. Wow. She comes with quite a lot of stuff. Yeah. Come on, let us know the scale. However, if there is one thing I noticed, I don't really like the arm joints over here. I don't like the design over there, and the seam line is kind of ugly, but I suppose that for a mecha looking character that is acceptable. Next one here, we have Rei Anime from Evangelion by HS Studio, just an early bird announcement, a teaser pic, and not much else, so I don't really have much to say because there are so many Evangelion figures. This feels like just another one, Yeah. Another figure company, resin figure company, doing a Me Too product. Yeah, I have an Evangelion figure too, and it does not stand out enough judging by this picture over here. Moving on to the next one over here. Okay, we are now entering large scale territory, 1x4 or bigger. This is by Unique Art Studio, a licensed figure brand. Original artist series collectible statue Ninetale Fox. So it is like a concept art of a character, or yeah, a character from Japanese folklore, the Ninetale Fox. And this is almost $3,000, $3,000. The height of this thing, this is huge. Limited time, limited quantity, 80 centimeters tall, the whole thing, right? Oh wow. I mean, this is a piece of art, a work of art for sure. Not something I would buy, but man, if I see this thing right in front of me in a display in a toy museum, I would be taking dozens of photos. Yeah, I would bring my camera, my big lens, and I'll take lots of photographs, man. So yeah, concept art figures, wow. I don't know what else to say. I'm speechless. Okay, let's move on to the next figure from 1-2 Studio with original character Task Force Sigma Saira. Okay, so you can buy her unpainted and you can buy her painted for $599, except there is something really weird going on over here where, okay, unpainted is $197 only. This is what you're getting. And the painted version, you see, I click on the painted version button, but there is a sentence down here, independent painting, not factory batch painting. So I don't know what that means, because you know, when you let the mainland Chinese translate Mandarin to English, sometimes things can sound weird because they translate it literally. So my guess over here is that every individual figure will be hand painted professionally. It is not like a huge batch and then they mass produce it, and then sometimes QC problems appear. They are emphasizing it over here one by one. Each unit is handmade, like, you know, those limited edition Rolls Royce or Lamborghini, where, you know, they hand make everything. I think that is what they are saying over here, which if true, yeah, the quality will turn out great, hopefully. Okay, as for character design, yeah, I love it. No complaints with character design over here. Okay, moving on to the next figure over here from Gamma Studio, original character again, Eve. Why are there so many characters with this name? Because it sounds cool AF, right? Yeah, sounds nice. Okay, no price yet, early bird pre-order. I want the mirror, I don't care about the figure because she has a realistic human face. 2D over 3D girls, right? Technically, all anime figures are 3D. Okay, moving on to the next one, another original character, Prosecutor by Gamma Studio. No price yet, this is an early bird pre-order. I am estimating $600-700. Ideally, she shouldn't go beyond $600. Yeah, we have, yeah, tentacles. Some of you love that, right? Do you like tentacles? In anime, it's really nice. In real life, probably not so much. The next one here, this is a licensed resin figure by Jime Palace Studio. We have Misaka Mikoto. What a surprise. Not a character I would expect to see resin figure brands pick up, right? So this is $574, which is very reasonable for a 1x4 scale licensed figure, right? It is not expensive for licensed stuff. And yeah, this is a famous scene from the anime where Misaka Mikoto, she likes to vandalize these machines, yeah, that dispense drinks, because not one single kick and she gets more than a can of drink. She is vandalizing them. I don't know if there are fans, I mean hardcore fans, that would spend over $600 on a Misaka Mikoto figure. But personally, I am a big fan of the Railgun series. Yeah, just that I don't have that kind of money to spend on a Misaka Mikoto. Next figure from Hera Studio, where I said a lot of nice things about their Violet Evergarden. This time around, Asa Mitaka and Yoru from Chainsaw Man. Okay, so each figure is going for $307. Yeah, $307, and can get both for $632. That is the ones with DLC, where we all know that that means Hadaka version, right? Okay, so the face is really nice. It feels like Hera Studio is doing an amazing job with the face of their figures in general. The pose is a bit bland and boring, yeah. But these are 1x4 scales and I like this one a lot, despite the simplicity of the figure. Okay, moving on to the next one from Jomatal Studio, another licensed figure brand. We have Doluo Continent Xiaowu. I believe this is from the recent One Fest Shanghai, where Guru Berries did not cover. Okay, resin hair version and simulation hair transplant version. Basically, yeah, they put something that feels like wig, the human wig, the fake hair we wear for cosplay. So that is what they mean by hair transplants version, right? That is $739. If you go for resin, like full resin figure, then the price would be $694. The price difference is so small that you should just go all out. Yeah. This Doluo something, I've seen this name somewhere in anime torrents websites. Probably Chinese game, and then it was adapted as an anime. Most likely that is the case. Oh, that is a beautiful dress. Yeah, realistic looking character again. I don't collect these kinds of figures. Man, the eyes are so shiny that it almost looks like she is staring into your soul. It is a bit scary sometimes. Okay, moving on to the next one from Lingun Studio. We have Street Fighter Chun-Li. This is, yeah, seamless action figure, white skin and tan skin. Okay, $568 because this is a 1x3 scale. You can display her next to your 1x3 scale BJD. Yeah, BJ dolls. Beijing dolls. Or your Dolphy dreams, right? Okay, the thing is that I don't know what is up with that elbow over there. It almost looks like she broke her arm, right? It looks very unnatural over here. This left arm. What do you guys think? I think the skin region is a bit too shiny. They need a material that is not so shiny for her skin area. I don't want to scroll too far because they are showing you this figure without any clothes on. As for the face, yeah, this is quite nice. I mean, realistic, but it is quite nice looking. Maybe you should post the figure where you can't see her elbow because, yeah, the main picture over here, this looks really weird, man. This elbow over here, something's not quite right. Moving on to the next one. This is random, very random, from Huixiang Studio with Mio Akiyama from K-On. Like, who remembers K-On, or rather, who cares about K-On anymore? First season, I think year 2010. Second season, 2012. I finished season 1. And season 2 bored me to death. I did not finish it. I think I stopped at episode 7 or so. I still remember it very well. I was in college. As for Mio Akiyama, you know, my favorite figure of her is by a brand which I can't even remember the name at the moment. And that brand does not exist anymore. Yeah. She's like that tsundere or shy face hugging her guitar in a full black gothic outfit. Yeah, that scale figure, 1x7 scale. I liked that one a lot. I nearly purchased one, and the only reason why I did not have one was because, yeah, as a college student, I did not have much money. The only K-On figure I've owned was Azusa. Nakano Azusa by Alter, I sold it. Because who cares about K-On now? Okay, this is $175 coming out. Oh, no release date yet. But anyways, so are you guys going to make figures of the rest of the cast? Oh, that looks really nice. I still feel that, yeah, the genuine figure brands from a decade ago, they did a better job with her face. This is still nice. This is still pretty. It is like she's wearing makeup, nothing wrong with it. Okay, it does look like Mio Akiyama, but I hope that the final product turns out exactly as promised over here. Now, moving up to the next one, what the heck? Zero Studio, we have Emilia for $197, which I can't recommend. I mean, this is for those of you who are horny for Emilia. Like, she's pointing a middle finger, and she is undressed. And that sign, that chat bubble next to her head right there, you're down there very big, literally. So, cultured anime figure, right? For those of you who simp Emilia, obviously, not the kind of stuff I would buy, yeah. Okay, moving on to the next one. This is random from Chikara Studio. We have Spirited Away Miyazaki Hayao Desktop Series. Spirited Away, $133. Okay, you know what? A lot of people say nice things about Ghibli Studio and the anime they make, right? Which is the exact opposite of modern anime. No fan service, no oppai, no big backsides or anything like that. No fan service stuff. Just something that is safer for families to watch. Something safer than even Disney stuff. For me, the problem with Hayao Miyazaki stuff is that it is way too safe. Yeah, way too safe. I don't appreciate family-friendly stuff that much. Yeah. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Oh, FGO. Anyone expected this? Like, oh, for Beast Studio to Leo Skahak from FGO. Yeah, this white sweater, right? Where Auto made a scale figure of. Very simple figure, but demand was there and the value went up. Now here we have her in a better pose. For $171, and you can buy her in white or purple sweater. Yeah. I mean, if you want an edgy figure of Skahak, they are not common. Third parties, for some reason, they don't touch FGO that much. So this might be worth attention if you want something edgy with this character. Okay, moving up to the next section. Honkai stuff. Not many this week. Okay, so the first one here from Lulan Studio, we have Bronya Zeichik. How many Bronya figures do you guys plan to make, man? But this one looks kind of nice. I still prefer the previous one where she is on a huge bike. I still prefer that one, but this one does not look bad. You can have her at 1/6 scale at $213 or 1/4, which is obviously the better value at just under $300. Yeah. So this is a 1/4 that maybe you can consider because she does not appear to take up too much space on the display. And the existing, the one that just came out, the Bronya figure by the same studio, she looks great, right? So you can trust this brand when it comes to this character, Bronya at least. Okay, the second Honkai figure over here, another Bronya figure. She's so popular, isn't it? By Arctic Wolf Studio. Another third-party brand that does a lot of Bronya figures for some reason. Okay, so there are two versions over here. The safe and not safe version. I like the safe version. I like the face expression over here. Yeah. No, that blur face. I wish that more genuine figure brands go for this kind of face expression instead of limiting it only to Nendoroids, you know? Yeah, sometimes we need interesting face expressions for scale figures as well. Let us change them and just make us pay for it. Yeah. But please don't be like Kotobukiya, no exclusive BS. Kotobukiya online shop exclusive, none of that BS. Yeah, and I think a lot of people will be happy. Okay, moving on to the next one over here. This is an update and the only Genshin figure of the week. We are Jingliu. I covered this like just a week ago. There was no price. And the funny part over here is that she is available in 1/4 and 1/5 scale. I'm not sure if that is a typo or actually 1/5 scale. Because 1/4 and 1/6 options, that makes sense. 1/4 and 1/5, like what the heck? Small difference, right? So I don't know if that is a typo or not, but now we have a price. The 1/4 scale is $342, and now we also know that there is an anime version face as well, not just the realistic one which I complained about last week. But the anime version face, not the best I've seen. Yeah. Next, Honkai Star Rail figure, another Firefly by LY Studio, or is it Lee Studio? Lai Studio? Wow, this is available in 1/2, 1/4, and 1/6 scale. Wow. Okay, so I assume that the $1,500 is for the 1/2 scale. So 1/4 scale with no DLC, what would be the price? $342. That's not bad at all. And 1/6 scale is $193. That is the starting price. If you buy the DLC, which is the Hadaka parts, yeah, it is going to cost a little bit more. And 1x2 scale without the DLC is 1100. Wow. So, you know what? I would say buy it without the DLC, right? I mean, you buy a massive statue like that, and then are you going to display the figure without any clothes on? The figure will look less detailed than it actually is. So yeah, save that $400 if you're buying the 1x2 scale. As for the character design, I'm not sure if I like those flame effect parts. It looks a bit weird, the color. It looks like no toxic waste from a factory, not flames. I mean, the color is really weird. Yeah, it looks like the color of toxic chemicals that I'm seeing in anime, in cartoon especially. So I don't know what to say about the flame effect parts. I don't like it, but the face looks fine over here. Next one here, oh, another Genshin figure. Okay, by Fishhead Studio, we have a cultured figure of Hu Tao and Kamisato Ayaka, and this is all I can show you guys, but it is quite a creative one, I have to say. Very creative pose over here, but you guys really need to check out this page over here and see the figure for yourself. $344 at 1x6 scale for both of these blaster base, very fair, right? Not too expensive, I would say reasonable. Yeah, one of those figures where you get to see everything in their full glory, right? Okay, next figure over here, Shi Xiong, I'm not reading that. Okay, this long ass name studio, original Nun's Prayer Sister 14. Now, for some reason, this looks like one of the girls' frontline characters, which I don't remember the name of the rifle, but it definitely is a GFL character, right? I think they did not mention the name to avoid any potential, litigation issues or license issues. Okay, so 1x4 scale would be $370 and 1x6 scale at $307. What? Less than $70 of difference. Of course, you get the 1x4, right? So if you're wondering why the pricing is so weird, why is the 1x6 scale so overpriced, I believe that it is intentional. They overpriced the 1x6 scale so that you will gravitate towards choosing the 1x4 scale. They want to sell the 1x4. The 1x6 is just a byproduct. Maybe they have a few sample units around, but they are not really expecting to sell that many to begin with. Yeah, they are trying to encourage you to spend more indirectly. It is a very common tactic in selling stuff in general. So with this figure over here, let me show you guys the face in the next picture. There you go. This is definitely a girl's frontline character, just that I don't remember her name. Yeah. I think FuRyu has a 1x4 scale of her in damaged clothes, torn clothes, battle damage version, and she is lying against a broken Roman pillar. I think it is the same character over here. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next one, Arknights. Suzuran again, you know that day which company was it? The other Suzuran figure. It was insanely popular for obvious reasons. But this one right here, what do you think? By Imagination Studio. Actually, I think the previous version was better. This one is not bad, right? Because, the base is amazing. I like the base a lot on the deluxe version. And of course, you can get the Hadaka version if you wish. But the previous one, I can't remember the name of the studio anymore. The previous one where she is like lifting up her legs, but not too edgy at the same time because that looks cute and adorable AF. That was a better pose, but this Suzuran over here, putting aside the pose and the base, to me, I'm not that big of a fan of her face, but for reasons that I don't know how to describe in words, yeah. Not to say this is a bad looking figure, this is probably the second best figure of Suzuran right now, after the one I just discussed about, but Imagination Studio, I reviewed like 2 or 3 figures by them, they are fine. Though I was a bit mad with Yae Miko, right? Stability issues. This one won't have any stability issues because the figure is plugged into the base instead of sitting on an unstable platform with magnets, right? So with stability stuff, I don't think you have to worry about this figure over here. So she is still worth considering. Moving on to the next one over here, we have cultured figures from Azur Lane. The first one is by Miyin Studio. Strasbourg, couple dance. Okay, each figure is going for $119, or you can get a set for $193 only. That is amazing value for 1/6 scale, as long you don't mind the figure being a bit too little clothes covering them. I mean, wow, those thighs are massive, man. Not my kind of figure, but I have to admit, 2 figures for $193, that is very tempting. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next Azur Lane figure, Hidden Bird by Bingo Studio. This is an early bird with no pricing yet. Her face looks really nice, but at the same time, she does not really look like an Azur Lane figure, at least this picture over here. And there is version A. The picture over here is most likely version A, and version B must be something cultured again, and flagship version, you get both, right? Yeah, no price yet, I can't discuss any further. Nice pose though, nice pose. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next Azur Lane figure. Oh god. This is insane. Okay, so the armed version, okay, the price is not yet confirmed, but if this is $600, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Like, what the heck? How much space do you need this thing? So there's an armed version, the standard version, and the none version. Yeah, I'm putting the pictures on screen. Which one do you prefer? Armed version, right? As long as you have the space to display it. Personally, I prefer Hatsune Studios version a little bit more for L size. Imagination Studio over here, I think, yeah, they're trying to compensate for something, you know, after seeing Hatsune Studios version. Oh, we're going to do it better than they do. They're trying to compensate over here. This is too much. Yeah, this is too much. Imagination Studio. Unnecessary. Okay, Imagination Studio and Red Peach A Studio. Fine. Okay. Moving up to the next one, we have Zenless Zone Zero Ellen Joe. Okay, this is an update. Back then we only had like a graphic, a CGI graphic. Now we have a picture of the figure, but that is all we got. One single picture and nothing else, no price yet, by FWS Studio. So this is just a small update. Next, Zenless Zone Zero figure, Ellen Joe again, of course, many figures of her. This is by Shuju Hong Liu Studio. Just an announcement and one single product picture. No price yet, no release date yet. You know, figures with this pose, they look great because they are very dynamic looking, and you get to enjoy the important parts, I suppose, but at the same time, it is a bit difficult to enjoy her face, which is what I think is the most important part of any figure. I mean, at this viewing angle, you can barely see her face, right? Yeah, so that is my problem with a pose like this, but otherwise, the figure itself looks amazing. I like the character design and the pose a lot over here. And the last figure for today, of course, it has to be from Zenless Zone Zero. Alexandrina Sebastian, again, the Butler family. This is nice. This Sebastian figure is nice. I still prefer the Alice 21 Studio version a little bit more because that is a little bit more cultured. At least you have the option to display her that way. But this is probably the second best figure of her. Just as great. Is she a puppet master? I think she is, right? I mean, judging by the character design. And for 1/6 scale, yeah, 290. I think she will be more like 229, 249 maybe, unless she comes with customable parts. Then maybe 299. I'm predicting between 200 to 300 depending on the amount of optional parts available with this figure. Now we take a close look at her face. I think she looks great. No complaints about her face. Let's hope they deliver it. Now these puppets over here, they remind me of this FGO character. Russian. She's Russian. What's her name again? See, I'm so bad at recalling names. Caster. Okay, I'm too lazy to think now. I mean, it is 12 AM. I need to sleep. I have a long day tomorrow. And that is all for figures on pre-order this week. Now, let me know in the comments below which one will you pre-order. If you have something you would like. Yeah, the Animaster figure earlier, right? Everyone should get one. And until then, if you found this video to be, informative or entertaining, give this video a like and subscribe to this channel for more anime figure content every week. Until then, I'll see you guys again very soon. Goodbye.